As the sun rises over the Sahel, the people of Burkina Faso face yet another day shaped by a relentless war against terrorism.
Welcome to Pillars of History 12, your source for bold, global, and untold stories from around the world. We break down headlines, reveal hidden truths, and connect the dots others ignore. Subscribe and stay informed with facts that matter. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. All content used falls under fair use. We do not promote hate, violence, or misinformation. Viewer discretion is advised.
As the sun rises over the Sahel, the people of Burkina Faso face yet another day shaped by a relentless war against terrorism. But behind the headlines of destruction and despair lies a story often overshadowed, one of a determined government fighting not just insurgents, but history itself. For the second year running, Burkina Faso has held the unenviable title of the world's most terrorism-affected nation. But amidst this dark cloud, the country has made bold, strategic choices aimed at reclaiming its territory, rebuilding its institutions, and charting a new sovereign path. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the Burkinabe government has launched an aggressive counteroffensive against terror, marked by a clear departure from traditional partnerships and a bold turn toward regional and non-Western allies. At the heart of this approach is a commitment to restore dignity, territorial integrity, and the right to self-determination. Unlike past governments, Traoré's administration has refused to negotiate with terrorist groups, a move many see as a testament to its resolve. Instead, Burkina Faso has opted for a military-centric strategy, empowering over 90,000 civilian auxiliaries known as the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, VDPs. These brave men and women, drawn from the very communities plagued by extremism, now stand shoulder to shoulder with the national army. They are not mere placeholders, they are a symbol of grassroots resilience. One cannot ignore the challenges. Yes, there have been reports of abuses and setbacks, as in any war. But to focus solely on these without recognizing the scope and intensity of what the country faces would be unfair. After all, Burkina Faso is battling not just gunmen, but decades of underdevelopment, colonial legacies, and international neglect. The government's decision to join forces with Mali and Niger under the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, is a groundbreaking attempt to create a self-reliant regional security mechanism. This coalition, which includes a 5,000-strong joint force, aims to reduce dependency on external powers and strengthen coordination across borders. Critics argue that terrorist groups like Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin, JNIM, remain strong. And yes, the data shows JNIM is adapting, launching fewer but deadlier attacks. But this only underscores the complexity of the threat and the need for an equally sophisticated counter-strategy. It does not negate the government's progress, it highlights the evolving nature of the battlefield. In fact, while JNIM has increased its activities, the Islamic State Sahel Province, ISSP, has been nearly neutralized within Burkina Faso, with its attack claims plummeting by 91% in 2024. That is not coincidence. It is the result of direct, forceful, and sustained military action. Furthermore, key operations like Green Whirlwind 2 in Bouclé du Mulhoun prove that the military is not idle. In this operation, dozens of terrorists were neutralized, and key logistical bases dismantled. Meanwhile, Burkina Faso's security forces have shown increasing capacity to repel high-level attacks, even as groups like JNIM shift to urban ambitions. The partnership with Russia and the arrival of Africa Corps units, formerly known as the Wagner Group, have sparked debate. But for a nation long subjected to foreign interference and broken promises, this pivot is as much ideological as it is strategic. Russia's assistance in arms, training, and defense has offered a new lease on sovereignty, something the people of Burkina Faso have long yearned for. And it's not just about firepower. Burkina Faso is also addressing the economic roots of terrorism. It has made significant strides in curbing terrorist financing, meeting key benchmarks set by the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, for its anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing framework. Of course, this battle is not yet won. JNIM continues to test the state's resolve, and the humanitarian toll is immense. Yet, amidst it all, the government remains steadfast. The withdrawal from ECOWAS, though controversial, was not a retreat, it was a recalibration. Burkina Faso is choosing partners on its own terms, driven by its own interests. That, in itself, is a form of progress. In the end, the true measure of Burkina Faso's fight is not in the daily headlines, but in the resolve of its people and the courage of a government refusing to fold. Captain Traoré and his administration may not have all the answers, but they are asking the right questions, questions about dignity, sovereignty, and the future of the Sahel. In this light, their struggle is not just Burkina Faso's, it is Africa's. And in time, it may well be the world's most defining story of resilience. Thank you for watching. This Pillars of History 12. Let's meet tomorrow.